is episode 190. Welcome into the Benches Cleared podcast, where we cover the best rivalry in all of sports. I am Jesse Gutierrez, and I represent the side of the San Francisco Giants, who can be a terrible baseball team at times.
And I'm Dave, super excited. The Dodgers just pulled off an amazing save. Freddie freaking Freeman, dude. MILF. Man, I love Freddie. Gets the pick, ends the game. Beautiful. 4 in a row, baby. Let's go. Actually,
I think it's crazy. I think it's absolutely wild that the league just cheats for the Dodgers all the time. You know what I mean? The first, it was the weather in Colorado, right? It's, all of a sudden they got 2 outs in one play. I think that's deemed illegal. So it's crazy that the Dodgers are able to do that. And now they are stealing the vote. They've stolen our election from us, from the All-Stars. And we have to live with it. So
you're one of those.
What do you have to say for you? Are you ashamed of yourself? How do you sleep at night? Are you ashamed of yourself?
On a mattress with double blah, 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 of course.
Unbelievable.
First of all, I definitely see it. I can't be too upset that people are upset at it, because I do believe that there's other players more deserving than Teoscar, than whoever the other person was.
Oh, no. Say it. Your man crush Monday, Andy Pajes. Let's talk about how he.
No. He deserves to be a finalist, dude. Let's be real.
Let's be real. James Wood ain't a finalist. Andy Pajes don't deserve to be a finalist.
But listen, if your fans aren't voting, who can you really blame?
Linda, listen.
Right?
Linda, listen.
Listen
to me.
We have all of Japan with us, and we have we can pretty much put the whole team in there if we wanted to. So I get it, but it's also it's an exhibition game, right? Right.
That's
and if you're a baseball fan, and your team is going to make it to the deep into the playoffs, you kind of want them to rest instead of going to this meaningless game, right? With the chance that they could get hurt or whatever it is. So I'm more upset that we're not going to get more rest. I need Freddie to get rest, dude. That guy is slow right now because he seems injured.
He plays first base.
Balls, he just made an incredible play too, man. But I need that guy to be healthy for October. I don't want him breaking down.
Speaking of the incredible play, Cheesecake is back.
I just don't think I think it's meaningless. It's a meaningless game. It doesn't mean anything. So, but what's the alternative? Are they going to start making it just a player's vote, or what's the alternative to the fan voting?
Stepping away from me just hating everything the Dodgers do, because I will find any way for it to be bad for baseball. But stepping away from that for a second, which I'll retract in a minute, but I think it's a huge nothing burger. I feel like there's so many players that fake an injury, to get out of the All-Star game.
We're good.
They have to beg guys. They have to beg guys to be part of the home run derby. They literally have to pay guys $1 million to win the home run derby. They should honestly make it for rookies. Then they'll get they get the top rookie of the year, finalists. Because these guys really don't care.
It's basically Pete Alonso and a bunch of guys they have to beg.
Right.
Pete Alonso he takes that thing seriously.
I love me some Pete Alonso.
I'm sure he'll be in there. But yeah, dude, I think it's meaningless. It's a fan vote. You're never going to be happy.
Yeah.
Who cares? I've wanted Will Smith to start for forever, but now that it's going to become a reality, I'm like,
who cares?
It doesn't. Yeah, exactly. So.
And
it looks good on the resume, but
I think if James Wood's going to be an all-star.
Yeah, most of these guys that are deserving are gonna find a way to get in the game.
They're gonna get it. There's gonna be so many guys that are like, man, my shoulder kind of hurts from diving on it yesterday. You dove on the other shoulder. Yeah, there's this shoulder right here, just killing me. So I'm gonna have to sit out. And then there's so many alternates of alternates of alternates. They still get the title of being an all-star. I get it, like especially if you're a team that's not in the hunt for an actual like playoff position, like the Nationals. That's like the one thing you can hold on to. Like, oh, we're gonna see James Wood in the All-Star game. So in a way, I do get it, but at the same time, I don't think James Wood is gonna be. I don't know. Maybe James Wood just because it would be his first one, you know. I just don't think mainly people care. I want to be real with you. Just being honest.
If
JS.
the game meant something to either side, like it made home field advantage or whatever it would be, I mean that's basically it, right? Then maybe
Right.
you want your best players, the guys that are having the best seasons, to be in that game. Then it's different. But because it
Right.
means nothing, they're letting the fans vote. It's a popularity contest, and the Dodgers could do the funniest thing, man. If Roberts wanted to, he could have brought his whole coaching staff, and it would just be literally the Dodgers and Ronald Acuna or somebody else, right? It'd be like when the
Hey,
what was it, the 2016 Royals or 15
yeah.
in the AL side, everybody in just Altuve or something like that. So, I mean, it's a nothing burger. People are going to tune in the first couple innings, and then that's it anyway. So, I
It
don't
would
think
be
it's
cool if it didn't mean the Dodgers were ruining baseball, which they are ruining baseball. And I hate it. And I hate you for it. So
I did want to ask you something. There was
I would love it if you asked me something.
there was something that just happened yesterday, or yeah, in Chicago.
Something not so chill happened. Okay.
Not so chill. Heckling has always been part of the game, right? And
This podcast is based on trash talk, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
so and there's times that people take it too far, right? So apparently Cattell Marte's mom had passed away tragically, right. I guess, in a car crash, correct, I believe.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. Like okay, so yeah, it's pretty tragic, and apparently one of the fans in the stands, because there's no fans in the stands, his voice sounded much louder, of course, and he made a comment about his mom. And, I don't care who you are, if somebody recently passed away, just a mention of them in a joke form or whatever is going to hit home, right? So I get he shed a couple tears on the field. The managers, were talking trash rightly so, to the fan. They kicked him out. But then the punishment came down and they said he's banned from every stadium. And I don't know how you enforce that.
I didn't hear that. I thought it was just banned forever from the Chicago stadium.
No, I thought it was from every stadium.
You might be right. I mean, I'm just, that's what I thought it was.
And then today, Marte spoke on it, and he said that the fan said, "I texted your mom." And I guess, if we're trash talking, I guess that's not that's a little more tame than what we could say, right? But I understand completely that that's his mom. And right. No matter what the context was, no matter what the joke was going to be, it was still going to hit home because she recently just passed away. So I understand that. But I think that MLB is trying to make a example of this fan, because I'm sure there's been much worse things said that weren't publicized, maybe. I mean, you've also had players who have tried to grab fans. You had Duran, who's had a couple of incidents, whether it's been with the fans or fans talking crap to him.
Yeah.
And then this guy who, I don't know. I mean, I know it's I'm not condoning it at all. I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying, like, I thought it was going to be something much, much worse, right? Thankfully it wasn't. But I don't know if it deems being banned everywhere.
Here's my take. I grew up going to baseball games in the bleachers, and back in the day at the early days of Oracle, AT&T, Pac Bell, the million names that it's had, I have heard the most craziest shit said to players from fans in the bleachers. I mean, things that were 30 times worse about players' mothers. And I gotta be like, I'm never gonna clown on a dude crying, especially when it comes to, like, if it reminds you, whatever the reason is about, it reminded him of his mom. I know the passing of his mom wasn't It was in 2017, so it wasn't like it was really fresh. Not that it really matters, but I don't know, dude. I think that you should be able to say pretty much what you want to say, but I also feel like there's consequences where players can say whatever they want to say. I don't think they should be held to a standard. They can't say anything back, or they can't. Honestly, if they get crazy, I'm fine with Dana Santana freaking almost slapping a fan for talking crap and hanging over the bullpen. Like, I'm sorry.
There should definitely be consequences like that, dude, because they do step over a line. There's things that are said that step completely over the line. But on the other side, you also have players like Tatis, Profar, who was the other one? Arcia, who were just like yelling back at the fans, taunting them, mocking them. So you have it on both sides, right? And
yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know where it lands. Why is this guy
here
that much worse than other stuff that we've seen? But that's where I would question it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I think
when it happens in another stadium, are they going to do the same thing? If a guy heckles and makes a mom joke, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I'm sorry. I just feel like that was extremely harsh. I'm way cool with Torey Lovella being like, hey, what do you say? Dumb fuck. His mom died, but like, and yelling at them and shaming. Like, you should be able to talk crap at a baseball game. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to threaten. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill your family.
As a man, you shouldn't really bring up family. Right. Or if you have a problem with the player, it's boo the player if you want to. Talk crap about the player if you want to. But when you start going after their family, who have nothing to do with anything, kids, wives, whoever, it's so lame. It's so sorry.
Right. Like 100%. But I feel like mom jokes are kind of classic. Like, I don't know.
That's what I feel. That's what I feel like he was trying to make a mom joke like that. He didn't know that
whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe. Like everybody, like everyone loves that.
And unfortunately, he said it to the wrong dude. Like had he said it to the next guy, it wouldn't have been as big but he didn't. Apparently, he didn't know that.
And if Marte would have said something back, it would have been like, "Oh, Marte's a bad." But I would have been like, "No, Marte can do whatever the f he wants." They said something about him. He should be able to say what he wants back. I don't know. I do think that if a fan crosses a line for a player, that I think it's 100% okay for that player to talk shit, or even if the player is that upset, being like, dude, get this fan out of here. I don't want him here. Get him out. He crossed the line for me. Get him out. And he's kicked out of the game.
I feel like it's harder in baseball games to pinpoint because there's so many
100%. But they pinpointed it.
Right? But
right. No. So if he's you need to leave, then leave for the day. But to never be able to go to a baseball game again because you said, I texted your mom, which allegedly he didn't know that his mom passed away. So, which I didn't know his mom passed away. Like I'm 98% sure he didn't know that his mom passed away. So I don't know. That's just my take on it. I'm not in any way clowning Ketel Marte.
No.
But
we both agree that he should have been. There should be consequences to this, of course. And maybe he's banned the rest of the season. Maybe he's banned for forever from that park. But I felt the other stuff, like the rest of the fields, was a bit excessive. But hey, maybe this stops the next dumbass from saying something dumb. So if that's
one thing I actually was thinking about the other day when I was going to a baseball game. I was going with a buddy, and we talked about we always have the thing of, and there's this buff ass security guard that works at a Dodger Stadium.
Oh, you're very mindful of his physique, huh?
Dude, this dude is. I'm gonna have to send you
your eyes. Your eyes just lit up when you started talking about him.
I'm telling you right now, like, if you go on the field at Dodger Stadium, you're probably gonna die. Like, this dude is like crazy. Like, because it's always when you go with friends, it's always the thing of, dude, just jump on the field, dude. I got $500 on it, which the fine is like $10,000, so it's $500 gonna do. But you always try to get someone, not to actually do it, but you're just talking shit, right? I'm going way off on a tangent here, but
yeah, very much so. But okay.
But what I'm trying to say is, because I just, it made me think of just the jack security. I'm gonna send you the picture later. You're gonna understand why I noticed.
I'm gonna block your number.
It's just gonna be you. Anyways, my thing is if you get kicked out of a stadium, how are they gonna know that you're not allowed in? Like, it's just your picture on the wall. There's no facial recognition.
Yeah, like I'd be like, "Hey Jesse, I'm banned from Oracle Park. Can you just buy me a ticket?"
Yeah, right? I'm just saying, like, if you just fall and maybe don't go to a game for a year, you could probably go next year, and you'll probably get.
I've always wondered how they do it. Like, if they
that's what I'm saying. I feel like you can get away with it, just going back.
But imagine there's that one guy that gets caught coming back. He's gotta be the dumbest guy ever. Like, he gets caught the second time, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, you're sitting right in the front. Yeah, get out of here."
Yeah, but, here's Hannah brings up a good point, right? The Yankees fans from last year, they might be a little because they went on like podcasts afterwards, and maybe they would get recognized.
They went a little parading around on shows and everything, being so laughing about everything. And then when the punishment came down, oh, we didn't mean to. It was just like, nah, get out of here.
I don't know. They're gonna have to wear shiesties to try to get into games. Maybe it'll work. I don't know. Who knows?
But moving on, dude. Let's talk about a team that made the trade of the year, that found its offense. They got their star, Buster Posey, on the rise of GM.
Diversion. What's up, Billy? How's it going? Thank you for saying hi to us.
What
you don't need to talk to nobody else. I think.
How do you trade
it's
for Rafael Devers and you get worse?
Wrap it up.
You're under 500 with Rafi Devers in your lineup.
That's wild.
He's hitting home runs and you're getting blown out.
He's actually not hit that well since being a Giant, but he's getting better, you know. So, but
you lost to the Marlins, my guy.
We didn't just lose to the Marlins.
We got swept. I could not stop laughing
at home. Like, it's
I know you guys were mad. I know you guys were so upset because I posted a troll video. I posted a troll video on my Instagram and I got some hate messages. So I was like, oh, these guys are feeling it. It's the and the fact that everybody was so ready to hit send on when the Dodgers were gonna lose to the Rockies. And we're 6-0, baby. I control all of you guys still. You've lost to the Rockies. Who loses to the Rockies?
For another month, you guys are going to get
You want us to beat the Rockies at home? Done. On the road? Done.
Gosh, it's not fun out here. We are on the easy part of our schedule, and we are 0-3. Well, sorry, 1-3 now because Giants just won today. I'm not sure if you heard. Really big news. So we're back.
I was too busy hoping that the Dodgers didn't blow the lead, so I didn't get to see that.
We are so back. I don't know, man. It was just so much shit. Like,
I'll tell you what, though, the battle for second place is getting pretty spicy, man.
Oh my!
The battle for second place is.
There was some distance between us and San Diego. Distance between us and San Diego, and we were right on your ass, and then
what is the record right now? What are the standings right now? Because I know
that's exactly what I was checking right now, just to be sure.
So Dodgers at 52-31, and the Giants at 45-37 are 6.5 back, and the Padres are 7 games back. So nature is healing. All right, all that talk, and this is with Mookie, Freddie struggling. This is without Glass now. This is without Snell.
Don't give me that.
This is without Roki.
Oh, we can say this. Roki, 94-mile-an-hour. He was supposed to be 100. He's supposed to be the 100-mile-an-hour man.
This is without Catman.
And this guy's throwing 92-mile-an-hour meatballs. Okay, Willie Adames. We can play the who's hurt card all day.
You're gonna play Willie Adames. Willie Adames just sucked. He wasn't hurt. He just sucked.
So that's what you just said about Freddie. You said Freddie hasn't gotten it going yet. Mookie hasn't gotten it going yet.
Yeah, but that's your star free agent. That's even worse. These guys came.
Mookie and Freddie weren't star free agents. Are you being?
No. They just came off winning a World
ass right now.
They just came off winning a World Series.
Dead right now.
They get all the leash they want. What are you talking about?
You're out of control.
Willie Adames was supposed to be the best shortstop in the NL, and he's not even the best shortstop in his own team.
Listen, we're gonna talk about Willie Adames coming up. I don't think you know what's been happening lately.
I probably don't, but
Thank
I
you.
still know that he
Okay.
has more errors than Mookie, and that's all that matters.
Well, his defense has gotten way better, and he's starting to hit. So,
Well, good for him, but still lackluster for the deal that he got.
but we're getting there. It's gonna happen for us. But yeah, I guess we should kind of talk about. First of all, there's something I do want to address. When it comes to, I guess, Giant news before we get into the nitty gritty of the games that just happened. The sweepy sweep.
Hey,
Fitzgerald,
it was just sweeps, both sides of it. Just
you played the effing Rockies, okay? And here's the thing. I know you're going to say
you played the effing Marlins.
I know what you're
at home.
First of all, the Rockies are like the worst team ever, like in history. Second of all, okay, I don't know what it is about the Marlins, but when they come into Oracle, we usually lose the series against them. This is always a talking point every single year. I don't know what it is.
For sucking, dude.
I don't know what it is, but the Marlins, they see Oracle Park, they just think it's go time. I don't know, but it always it happens more often than not. So.
And for that, we thank you, Miami. And we're going to thank you later because we're probably going to get Sandy Alcantara from you. So thank you for that, too. It keeps on giving the Marlins.
Tyler Fitzgerald got sent down, right? And it looks like Casey Schmidt is the man, right? And he's going to move over to second. Matt Chapman's going to be back at third base, and it's going to be a great time. But one thing I do want to say is... what is up with the jealous ex-girlfriends in the Boston Red Sox? David Ortiz and Jonathan Papelbon are like on a media tour to talk about how Rafael Devers is a terrible person. What? Like, I don't
well, Jonathan Papelbon loves attention, dude. So you knew that if there was something to be said, he was going to...
Jonathan Papelbon talking about how Rafael Devers is a bad teammate.
Yeah, of all people, right?
Yeah.
Like, this guy fought his own teammates. This guy gave the the jerking off motion to the fans. So, all right, dude, wrong message, wrong messenger. For Ortiz, what are you doing? Like, just because and then you show a picture of him not answering your text.
That's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing for you.
What are we doing here?
Manny Ramirez, Pedro Martinez already both told you, like, why are you airing this out? What are you gaining from this? Like, Devers already clearly moved on. You guys got rid of him. What more do you need? Why do you need to keep dragging his name through the mud? It's over. You got rid of him. You got what you wanted. What do you do?
He's just not that into you, dog.
I think that's what it is, right? Like, he wanted to mentor him. He wanted to be that guy for him, and he's like, I don't want that. Thank you, but no thank you. And he didn't like that. And that's why I feel like he's going down a little, hissy fit about him, but whatever. It's funny, but like, dude, you gotta stop.
You gotta stop, dude. And then also, one last piece of Giant news. Well, I can talk about this other thing when it comes into the games here, but I guess we gotta talk about how Sean Jelly is like a ladies' man. Do we need to get into this? Do we just say he's the 26th guy on the roster when he's here? He already got sent down. It's not because of the situation. It's because he was struggling. So it's like, I mean, is it a nothing burger?
So he's a terrible person employed by the Giants?
100%.
Is that what we're saying? 100%.
But here's the thing. If we're going to like tell guys, I guess the shaky thing about it is the abuse allegation, right? Is she saying this is emotional abuse because he kept cheating on her, that sort of thing? Then I have to say, yeah, not a great guy. Not someone that I would want dating, my family member or whatever. But if we're going to just tell guys they can't, anyone who cheats on their wife can't be in Major League Baseball, I'd say about 70% of the league might be gone.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, when I read it, I was like, oh, well, he cheated. Okay, that sucks. But hopefully he didn't do anything else. But then you keep reading and he's like, oh, he was abusive. I don't know what that entails.
Exactly. That's where it's,
So I want to hold my, until I know what that is. I mean, I think it's already horrible. Whatever. The family's going to be broken up, but I don't know. What his response was kind of like, I don't want to say anything until, I talk to my lawyers, kind of thing, which was like, all right, now that feels kind of like
makes you feel a little weird, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. Right. It's like
if
somebody's accusing me, it's like, all right, dude. Yeah, I messed up. I cheated, sure, but I never did anything else, like
right,
or whatever, right? Like if you feel that that's your truth or whatever, but he didn't even say that, so it made me pause even more. I was like, all right, I don't.
Yeah,
that seems kind of, yeah, but I mean, he's not with the team anymore. He's in the minors, so
yeah. So like, I don't know, man. It's also weird that the wife is like putting the kids' faces all over social media. Like, I feel like you're like, I don't know, putting the kids in the middle. That's also really weird. I don't know, man. Weird situations.
It's daytime drama, dude. It's daytime drama. So hopefully it gets all figured out. At least it's not with the team, like I said. So there's going to be no distractions on that part. But hopefully he figures it out. And hopefully it's not too bad for him, because who knows?
Oh, Hannah just brought up a good point. I'm gonna pull this up. Another Tampa Bay Ray got spent. I don't know what happened there, but the Wander Franco situation, dude got 2 years.
Well, somebody explained the story to me.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's true or not, but I'll try to explain it to you the way they explained it to me.
Okay.
So he met her at some club, right?
Okay.
They got the mom was kind of forcing it to happen, kind of thing, and it did. And he didn't learn the age till after, supposedly.
But he was on social media saying that like it was okay. It's not a big deal. Why is everyone so upset?
Yeah, that's why I don't understand. But apparently the mom was like forcing this, and she was blackmailing him. And so it wasn't until she asked for, I don't know how many times for something, and he finally said no, and this came to light. So that's why she got 10 years, because she was, using her daughter for this, and which is crazy. It's some people are just not meant to be parents, dude. It's just it's horrible.
That is wild, but it's even wilder to me that he only got 2, because he was defending it.
But I don't. Yeah, see, I don't know.
And I think it's not like it was like 17 and her birthday was next week, which is still very weird and whatever. But like legal wise, whatever. It wasn't the report she was 14 years old.
Yeah, how can you not tell? Like,
bro, get the F out of here.
There would be fucking signs, dude.
Get out of here. Yeah.
If a 14-year-old approaches you, I think you'd know. No matter how much makeup she's wearing, no matter what provocative clothes she's trying to wear, like you're like, all right, dude, no. Right? Like,
no, I don't want any Girl Scout.
He has to have Girl Scout, dude. Like, come on. And it's like, you just had signed your big deal. Like, I don't know. These guys just make dumb choices too. Like, you just signed your big deal. There's going to be people who are going to try to get that from you, like get money from you. So I don't know. It's a sad story all around, dude. When I first saw it, I didn't know the context. I don't know if it's true or not, but still, it's horrible all around, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Inexcusable. Let's get off of that. Let's get off of dudes being weird. And talk about how the San Diego Padres almost got no hit. That was pretty tight.
Yeah.
By Nick Martinez, a little revenge game.
By an ex Padre, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Did the Dodgers break the Padres? Because they haven't been really good, but they hadn't been good before that either. So,
Who knows?
I don't think there's a magical trade. I mean, I think if they keep losing, they might sell.
I'll be honest with you. I just feel like they're not that. I'm gonna stick with my take from the beginning of the year. I don't think they make the playoffs.
I don't know. My prediction's looking pretty bad because I thought they were going to make it. I thought this year was their last year. And it kind of sucks for them in a way, too, because, I mean, for us on the other side, we're like, yeah, cool. But even if they try to trade Cease, like, he's not been great.
No.
Right? Like, he's been pretty meh, I think.
Right.
So, I don't know, man. They might be forced to keep him, but then lose him for nothing. I don't know. So, I mean, we'll see. But
right.
Looking good down there in San Diego. Things you love to see.
So I guess I'll talk about it. Giants suck this week. All three, I guess, 2 very winnable games. really weird decisions from a third base coach. I mean, I don't know how you throw away a runner on third with 1 out situation when you tie the game in the 9th. So all you need is a sac fly to win the game, and the guys are hitting the ball like it was literally a rally to score 3 to tie the game. Like I don't know. And game 1 was extremely winnable. One thing about game 1, I need to have a PSA and a sit down with every single Giants fan on Twitter, all these Giants Twitter accounts, whatever. Let's not talk about Justin Verlander getting his first win before the start. Just don't do it. Just don't tweet it anymore because it's obviously not working. I know you keep thinking,
"Oh, I'm sorry."
I do it every single time.
Grandpa Verlander is not working out.
He is a okay, just number 4, number 5 starter.
Oh,
like, I don't know why you're expecting him. I thought he was going to be better than he is, 100%. I thought he was going to be a lot better than he is.
No wonder I haven't seen his little brother talk about him in forever.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yes, you are correct in that assessment. But I think people are getting upset with him giving up 2 runs in 5 innings or 3 runs in 5 innings. And it's like, he's a 4th, 5th starter, man. Like, he's not going to – if there's one team you feel like he should shut out, it's the Marlins. But whatever. Like, I don't – just come back from an injury, whatever. I don't even think he makes a postseason roster. You can't even use it as an excuse.
Like, you knew that going in. You knew going in at some point he's going to get injured. He's going to come back from an injury.
Right. But it's okay to take a little time to not be yourself the first start or 2 back. I don't think that's a problem.
How many starts does he have since being back?
Since he's been back, this was number 2.
Okay. Yeah, because Kershaw came back, and he was not so good in his first couple starts. And, we'll talk about that later. But, yeah, he can still turn it around. They're, those two know how to pitch. They've been around. So if there's some guys you're going to give the benefit of the doubt, it'd be those older, pitchers there that know how to pitch. But hopefully he doesn't figure it out. Hopefully it's an awful signing. And I can keep boasting about how I was so right. The best part of the deal was just his wife coming over.
She hasn't even showed up to the ballpark once. So if you're,
that's the problem.
If you're just trying to gawk over Kate Upton, it's not going to work for you. It's just not a good time. But yeah. So that's pretty much what's happened. I mean, I guess the Boston series was the time before it. We won the series. Nice to get a series win over, Devers' old team. It's just, I don't think you could talk about anything besides the most embarrassing Marlins loss, getting swept at home. I mean, game 3 was also a thing. Like, Hayden Birdsong got 2 quick outs, and then, the Giants kept on getting hit. So they had to kind of retaliate. And apparently Hayden Birdsong is not the guy to retaliate because he can't pitch afterwards. He hit somebody, then all of a sudden he got rattled and he couldn't find the strike zone, throwing me, but then he got attacked. It was like a quick 5-0 in the 3rd inning. Like, what are we doing? So,
and what is it with Wilmer Flores always wanting to start fights, man?
Listen, if anyone wants to start a fight with if anyone wants to start with Wilmer Flores,
scared of
you're
Wilmer
the problem,
Flores,
not
dude.
Wilmer Flores. Everyone's scared of Wilmer Flores. He's that guy.
Nah, dude, he's not that guy. I'm sorry, but he is not that guy.
He said,
and another guy.
Nah, dude.
And another, your boomer ass announcers. So the Marlins strike out. The guy strikes out, and he breaks. No.
You need to chill. Best in the biz.
I always left them alone because I'm like, yeah, whatever. They're homers, whatever it is. But he called it Bush League because the guy was mad and he took out his frustration on breaking a bat. That's Bush League. So all right, for the rest of the season, God forbid a Giants player does that. Because what is he going to say? He's not going to say. He's probably not going to say a word. I'm like,
a lot of frustration coming from.
and then he goes, you know how much they probably would stop doing it if you know how much the opposing pitcher loves it. I'm like, then why aren't you enjoying it? Like, just you got him, whatever. You made him that mad. How's that Bush? Get out of here, dude.
It's Bush. I'll defend them to the day I die.
Boom.
What happened? Okay, so we get it. Dodgers swept the Rockies because the weather's cheating for you. Like, what are we doing here? There was literally pouring rain. They're like, let him play. What's going on? What happened?
Yeah, I gotta agree. Actually, I gotta agree with that take. Like they gave us that extra pitch, extra out, and I mean, he still should have made the play, right? I know it's a little bit tougher with the rain, but he still should have made the play.
If it was Marcus Goodrow, he would have done it.
And actually, the first baseman looked like he was closer near the end of it because it landed right next to him,
like right next to him.
So I'm like, I kind of would be more mad at him than the other guy. Could have hit him in the head, and he would have been like, oh. But Yoshi was finally, he looked like himself again. The rain cut the outing short, but he looked like himself again, and it was really nice to see. Hopefully, he can build on that. So they win that one. Clayton Kershaw, dude, I was a little worried in the beginning, but he's looked much better. I know he hasn't faced the best competition. I mean, he's faced the Mets. He pitched okay against them. He faced the Cardinals. I mean, whoever. They're major league teams. The fact is, he's putting up numbers and he's putting up innings, and that's what's most important. And I mean, he had a chance to keep going yesterday. I just think they wanted him to get the record at home, so they pulled him early, which is fine, But he looked vintage Kirsch yesterday. It was really cool to see, especially in a place of horrors for him. He's always getting shelled in Colorado, and he looked really good. So,
right.
And then today they go to Kansas City. Dustin May be good, may be bad, man. You never know what you're going to get with that guy, right? He can either give you 6 innings of like 2 runs, or he can give you 4 innings giving up 5 runs or something. So, I don't know, man. I know it's his first year. I mean, he's always coming back from injury, right? He's always hurt. But Emmett Sheehan looks like the real deal right now down in the minors. I can't wait for that guy to be back. He looked really solid in his first start. So hopefully he comes back soon.
Disappointed in him, man.
I mean, it's a roller coaster ride with May, man. You never know what you're going to get from inning to inning. You never know if he's going to be able to keep a lead. And then when he does, you're like, well, this is the guy that should be pitching this way all the time. So, yeah.
Emmett Sheehan was a Giants fan as a kid. Join the dark side.
Hey, everybody makes mistakes, man.
Not everybody.
He was brainwashed. Maybe he didn't know any better. Now he's been brought into the light. He knows what's right, and he's making amends for it. Look how he's pitching for us.
Wild. You were meant.
So, anyways, that's 5 in a row for the Dodgers.
Sheehan.
That's 5 in a row for the Dodgers. Hopefully, they can keep it up tomorrow, man. We get a Shohei start tomorrow.
What was the argument? The Democrats had weather machines, and they created hurricanes. I'm convinced they used those same weather machines to let the rain pour in Colorado so that you didn't suffer my retweet of your loss to who?
First of all, the game was tied, right? And it's the damn Rockies. It's the damn Rockies.
They're playing better as of late. What do you mean?
If you think the Dodgers needed a weather machine to beat the Rockies, then the Dodgers are in serious trouble.
That's what I'm saying. Serious trouble. That's what I'm thinking.
They should have sent that machine to the Giants so they could have scored a run and won one of the games as the Marlins. We didn't need the help.
We got Rafael Devers, baby.
Get out of here with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd take it. I mean, yeah. So
I'm sure you would right now.
Oh my Lord. All right. I think it's that time. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us right now. Make sure that you before we get into the next segment, the best segment of the show, can you guys please like this video, subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you're on X or Twitter, whatever you tickles your fancy, whatever you want to call it, the link is in the comments for the YouTube. Go over and subscribe. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're going to do a giveaway. So please do that. Hit the like, make the show grow. It really helps us out. We would appreciate it. But until then, let's do it.
Hit it.
It's that time again. It's the start of the done of the week. It's the start of the done of the week.
Feels so good. It feels so fine.
I know you're feeling terrible. You're feeling terrible. So let's not start with you.
Okay.
because your team got swept. You got a fake win today, apparently, whatever. So you're still feeling a little down.
Okay.
So let's start with my stud of the week. And it's going to be none other than Clayton Kershaw. Right? The GOAT.
You've been talking about him for like 30 minutes. This is the Clayton.
So this could be the Clayton Kershaw episode. We're just going to be talking about the guy. And I'll be the first to admit, like I said, I wasn't very hopeful. I was wrong. But since that New York Met start where he only went 4 2/3 of innings, it gave up 3 runs. He's been on a run since 5 innings against the St. Louis, only 1 run, 7 innings, his best start of the year versus your Giants. 7 innings, no runs. Washington, 5 innings, 2 runs, and Colorado, 6 innings, 1 run. So, I mean, it's crazy. He's the oldest guy in the rotation and still producing at a really high level. So hopefully it continues. I don't know if I would start him in a playoff game. I hope he gives us what he's got for the regular season, and then he can sit back if we have healthy arms. But I mean, he's been killing it. So I mean, he's got to be the stud of the week, man, of weeks, because he's had a couple of starts that have been really good. So stud of the weeks. There we go. Clayton Kershaw, the GOAT.
Whack. Since we're talking about whack stuff, I'm gonna go opposite. I'm gonna go my dud because I need this guy to turn it on. I think if this guy turns it on, the offense is gonna look so much better. And I feel like he's kind of starting to maybe come out of it. Not really in production at all because he's hitting 125 for the week. Bringing his season total down to 252, which isn't terrible if he had some power, but he has absolutely pretty much no power. We're talking about Jung-Hoo Lee. Gosh, he's just been a roll over to the right side over and over and over and over. But it looks like he's starting to kind of go the other way. A lot of his flyouts have been the other way, getting a little bit of weak contact the other way, which I feel like he's starting to go that route. So hopefully that means he can get out of this slump here. So Jung-Hoo Lee, we need you, man. We need you to be the leadoff guy. So it could be Jung-Hoo Lee, the man. Rafael Devers, the man. Heliot Ramos should be an all-star in the man.
Is that why they had him so low in the lineup? Like he was struggling? Is that why?
Exactly. There's like
I saw that and I was
their best lineup right now, I think, is Rafi in the 2-hole and Ramos behind him for some protection. It seems like Rafi gets more pitches that way. But when you have like no leadoff hitter, you got to put Ramos leading off. So, so that's kind of what's happening.
All right. Well, I'm going to go a different route when I go for my dud of the week.
Okay. Are you going to go?
No, he's actually still throwing supposedly. So hopefully we get him back at some point.
Like trying to watch.
I'm going Dave Roberts for dud of the week, right?
Okay.
It was only a couple of weeks ago where he said, "I don't want Haesam Kim mojo to be lost. So there's no way, we don't want him to sit 4, 5, 6 games between starts, between games. We're going on game 5 where we have not seen him start a game. And,
because
I think Dave Roberts got seduced by the long ball. And because Conforto, hit a couple of bombs in Colorado, he's going to keep starting Conforto. Now, today, he's like, nobody wins. Neither of you don't get Conforto and you don't get Kim. You're getting Kike today. So both of them sat today. But I don't know, man. I don't know what he has against Kim. I don't know why he doesn't want to start him. I understand that the only place he can play is either center or second, but come on, man. You got to find a way to get him in there. He brings speed. He plays great defense at second. He's learning center field. So what better way to learn it now than later when you need him in the playoffs as a defenseman replacement or something? So let him learn the position now. Make his errors now. Whatever it is. But, I mean, his opportunities are so far in between. And even when he goes 4 for 4 the next day, it's like, oh, congratulations, you got El Bencho. I think Friedman's got to trade Conforto. He's got to go all money ball route and trade Conforto and be like, you got to start Kim now because there's no Conforto. But
Right.
I mean, I guess I'm just nitpicking because we have won 5 in a row. But I would love to see Kim out there more. I would love for him to get more opportunities, for the young guy to get some run. But we'll see.
Yeah, it's almost like to trade Conforto, you're probably gonna have to eat 16 million of that 17 million he is owed. So
Yeah. I don't want a fake run where he gets hot for like a week and then he goes back to being the old guy and we're stuck with him. So
that's what was happening in Colorado. He hit like 2 home runs in a game, right? Or he had double and a home run, whatever. It was like, oh man, he's gonna make his way in the lineup for a couple more days.
We're not gonna claim he's back because he hit 2 home runs in Colorado.
So bad.
All right. So if he plays tomorrow, he does something and he looks good, then maybe we'll start trending in the right direction. But no, man, get Kim in there. Let him play. Free Kim.
Free him. My stud of the week is a guy that you need to keep his name out your mother effing mouth. All right. Yeah, that's Willie Adames. You haven't heard that theme song probably all year because he's been that bad all year. And he's starting to turn it on, man. I mean, this last week, he's hitting 368, got a 961 OPS. Obviously, that's not the guy he is. You're hoping that he's gonna hover around the 250 mark, which I think for the season we're at 215, so we're getting there. So, man, the sliders away and the heaters in were killing him all season, and it looks like he's finally starting to lay off the sliders 3 feet outside the zone, and finally being the guy that he is. So, did just miss. Got oracled pretty hard with a walk-off grand slam, which means he wouldn't have got swept in Miami.
I saw that, man. And I thought that was out. It was so sweet watching the pimp job just for him to come back and have to pick up his bat.
Oh, so sad. I was so bummed. I for sure thought that was out. So, whatever. Is what it is. Willie Adames is back, baby. And not to mention, the dude was, I think, negative in outs above average, which is supposed to be known as like the better of the defensive metrics, outs above average. And now he's worked his way up all the way to a +2. So defense has got way better. So
he's playing normal defense now. He goes from playing terrible defense to doing what he's supposed to do. You're not going to praise him for doing what he's supposed to do.
What do you mean? What's he supposed to do? It's above average defense right now.
He's supposed to play above average defense. That's what you get paid him for.
That's what he's getting. He's above average now.
Yeah, well, he's finally doing what he's supposed to do. You're not going to praise him for finally getting to where he was supposed to be the whole time.
I will praise him. I will always praise him. Willie.
No props. No props for this guy, right?
I always said when he first signed, I'm going to get matching because we knew the new City Connects were coming out at the beginning of the year. I said I'm going to get matching Willie Adames jerseys with me and my baby boy going to San Francisco next week for the Dodger Giant games.
Don't do that to the poor kid.
He's a great man.
Make him wear a great player's jersey. Get him an Ohtani. Get him a Freeman jersey.
Rafael Devers. I thought about doing it for Rafi, but here's the thing. I believe in Willie Adames. We believe in Willie Adames, and we're going to put – gosh, I'm sure the jerseys are going to be so expensive.
That's the shirt I should make for you. I should make that the blue and red kind of like photo of Willie Adames looking off to the side, and then it says, "We believe in Adames."
We believe in Adames.
You guys have, you believe in Adames. Good for you. It's not going to work out, but whatever.
We still believe he's going to be great. So,
that would be the slogan. We still believe.
We still believe. Willie Adames is the man. All right, he's going to do it.
Willie Adames, 2025.
2025. Elect him. Looking on to next week. I guess we're a day into next week, which we both came out with wins. It's Chicago for another 2 and Arizona for a 4-game series. You really hope you could sweep the White Sox because you desperately need a sweep. And with how Arizona's playing, you hope that you could get 3 out of 4, but you'll settle for a 2 out of 4. And And if hopefully you sweep the White Sox, and it's that would make it what 3 + 2 is 5. I know first grade math. 5 and 2 week. You take that all day.
Yeah, well, we're finishing up the series with the Kansas City Royals, so hopefully they win the series. They just need to win one more game for that to happen, and it's a good road trip. It'd be 5-1, so that'd be a perfect road trip. I mean, a sweep would be perfect, but
Perfect.
Yeah. Before we get the White Sox, and the biggest news there is going to be Kershaw going for 3K. So get your popcorn ready. We're going to talk about that guy a lot once he gets it done. So, and then you got juicy matchup with the Astros as always. So, hopefully they finish up this series strong, and then get a little bit of a break with the White Sox. Hopefully it's not a letdown series. Hopefully they still play pretty well, and then you got the Astros, the cheating Astros, come to town.
Yes, I thought you guys were over that by now. I don't think there's any guys on that team besides Altuve, but it's also fun to boo. So you look for any reason.
I mean, it's going to be a thing, right? Yeah. Like you just got to say it. It's just you got to troll them. Right. I know they don't care. We won twice now. We don't really care. Right. It still sucks that it happened, but
1.5. But yeah,
well, whatever. Tomato. But yeah.
And I believe it's just because he's rehabbing. Are they working him up because he can't do a normal rehab start in
triple? Yeah, it's basically a spring training.
It's a little disrespectful that he is rehab starting in actual Major League Baseball games. A little disrespectful. God,
it would be disrespectful. It would be disrespectful if he was getting shelled, right? But the first time that he went out there, he got screwed on a call that should have been a strikeout, and there probably wouldn't have been a run.
Don't be that guy, Dave. Just
relax. It was a swing. Whatever. It happened. And then his next start or his next inning, he looked really, really good. He had a strikeout. He was pretty nasty. So yeah, man, he's only going to get better, and whatever it takes to keep him healthy.
Is he up to 2 innings now, or is it just the 1 inning?
Not yet. It's still 1 inning. I don't know what the plan is for tomorrow, but so far, the first 2 have been 1 inning, and
yeah,
I mean that's all you need.
That's normal though. Like even when guys are rehabbing in AAA, they start them. I don't know if they start them with 1 inning if they're starters, but I think it's definitely like 3 or 2, and then they build from there. But it does seem that Shohei is getting like a super slow.
Well, I think maybe that was the compromise, right? They're like, "Hey, all right, you're that desperate
we'll
to come back.
We
get it. We're gonna let you pitch an inning, and that's it. And that's all you get for now until we feel better about or whatever. You get stronger, whatever it is."
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder when they move him out of the leadoff row, though. Maybe not tomorrow because they're on the road, but when they're at home and he has to lead off after pitching. Feel like there's no reason to, dude. Just put him in the third hole, right? Like tomorrow, it may not be a problem because you're starting the game and you're gonna lead off, so that's fine. You're the visitor. You still get some time to get ready to make your start. But at home, I feel like man, just put him a little lower in the lineup. Make him bat third. I mean, even second if you want to. But
bat him ninth. Sick of seeing that guy in the box. Yeah, just keep him out the lineup. Trash ass. I think it is crazy that he's rehabbing in Major League Baseball. I think it's wildly disrespectful being like, I'm rehabbing and I'm striking you. That's extremely disrespectful, but I respect it.
I mean, it looks worse on the guy who's not hitting though. It doesn't look bad on him.
Yeah, I'm saying it's disrespectful to the batter. He's not disrespecting himself.
I mean, like, it can't be disrespectful if
he's
getting them out. Like if they were,
that is disrespectful. What do you mean? It's like I'm rehabbing and I'm still getting you out. That's disrespectful. That is 100%.
If they were getting hits off him and they're like, see, it's disrespectful, and you try to do that, so yeah, it's not right. But he's still owning you.
Stop then. You would stop then. It is basically saying, this is like Globo Gym. I'm better than you, and I know it.
Well,
oh my gosh, sorry. This weird sinus thing. So like that's extremely disrespectful. Is that not? Am I crazy?
No, I mean, I guess
extremely
I just think That's why I thought it was funny when Padres fans are like, "Oh, look, it's their World Series. They're making him start." I'm like, I think you have it wrong. I think he cares so little that he's using you as spring training. But okay.
I don't think that he rushed back to play the Padres. I think it's like he's
No,
finally
no,
able to
I don't
start.
think he. Yeah,
You're thinking too much
Yeah.
of yourself. It's like you just happen to be on the time that he's able to start.
yeah. So whatever. Hopefully, he has a good inning tomorrow and continues, and he gets built up further. So by the end of the year, starting games for us.
We shall see. Well, guys, thank you
Gals,
so much for hanging out. Guys, gals, everybody in
Dudes.
between. Thank you so much, all you puppies out there that I'm sure that are watching. We love you. Thank you so much for hanging out. We'll be back next week. And yeah,
And the Giants have been swept again by some other team. Hopefully,
a 4-game. Well, we already won one game against
maybe the White Sox this time.
We already won one game. The Can't Get Swept. We already won a game, right? Now you're being disrespectful. All right.
Hey, 2 losses versus the White Sox count as a sweep. All right, we're gonna count it as a sweep.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure to subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting platform as well as YouTube, especially if you're over on X. A lot of our listeners on X. We thank you so much for watching. But just the link's there. The link's already there. So just click it, hit the subscribe, help us out, help us grow. It'd be great. Also follow us on your socials. Instagram, Benches Cleared Podcast, TikTok, Benches Cleared, and on X, Benches Cleared P. Dave, what do you got for him?
Thank you guys for hanging out. We'll see you guys next week.
Next week!